Okay, let's look at how you set this up and manage it. If you're an administrator and you have the rights to administer the system, you will see this button in the top toolbar. Any other user, it will not be visible to them. So we just click on that and it's going to open up the management interface and load all the plugins. Let me maximize this window so we get a better look at things. So what we have is a tree hierarchy of all the features and functions of the system. We have organization, inventory, configuration, system, and logs. So we'll start with accounts. Let's start kind of at the bottom up here, Active Directory. Beginning in Q1 of next year, the Active Directory will be integrated, and what it will allow us to do is to create a C3 Sentinel group in AD, and you would put your users into those, and then we would synchronize the accounts against the AD, and then use the AD for authentication and password access. There's a lot of extended features in the system, but we don't want to modify the AD schema, so that's why we link it to here so that we can extend it without requiring an administrator to touch their Active Directory schema. In the accounts, we have a list of groups and we have all the users. Now, the users, let's open one up here. Actually, let's create a new one. Let's add an account. You want to enable the account, so that means they can log in. If you disable one, their login is blocked. Give them badge numbers. I think in the UK it's also like a warrant number or something like that. And so other countries use that. And then you need a name, so you might say Harry Jones, for example. And then you have ranks. So we've already defined ranks in the system, and we'll get to that here in a minute. And say this is an officer. And then we've also predefined our departments and stations. So this is a member of the police department and a member of, say, the East Station. Now we get to the user's rights, what they can and can't do in the system. And what you can do is you can select these. You can also do a select all, clear all, but you can also create and manage sets of rights. So I can come in here, select profile. I've already defined one, so I will select that. It's already picked the predefined settings for it, and I select it and it populates this. It's also very easy to create new ones. So for example, if I went into select profile and I created a new one, select all, and then I could say save new profile, and I would say all settings, administrator, and save that. So now I have an administrative profile as well as a standard user profile. One caveat to this is when a user is a member of multiple groups and those groups have rights that are more restrictive, the most restrictive group that that person is a member of will apply, except if the user has this box checked, override group rights. So what you're saying is, yes, I can be a member of multiple groups, but my rights will trump everybody's regardless of how restricted they are. I'll turn that off for now and go into security. PIN number is a number that we will use in our system when we have our distribution panel to check cameras in and out of. Then we create login ID, say H. Jones, and then we'll come give a password, confirm that, and then we set the user security level. What do they have access to gain as far as files, and how can they classify things? I'm going to make him an official. He's a standard user. We also have view only accounts, guest accounts. Guest accounts are an account that has to have an expiration date. So in other words, that person can come only in for a certain period of time, view, and then after that expiration date expires, they no longer can access it. Supervisor, delegate administrators, and administrators. So we'll now save that account, and there's Harry Jones. Now let's look at the account group here. So let's go to properties, and we have an account called no non-printer group. This is people that will not be able to export or print, And we can come to the members, and these are the people that are members. Well, I'm going to add Harry to that as well. And I can also come back in here, properties, and then we can say, okay, let's look at the groups, and there's the group. We can also come in here and add and remove groups from this point. So that's the accounts and the groups. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to look at departments and substations.